So that's this, and I'm just gonna say from. Okay, and then I'm just gonna copy this. I've not selected the columns yet, so that's why I left that part blank. And then call it DC. Then I want all the customers returned that have purchased something. So just use an inner join. Sorry.
Select star from. What do you select star from?
Yeah, I don't want to use select star because I want to like choose specific columns I want to return. So I've not selected anything yet. I'm just performing the joins for now. So I'm gonna say I want to join it on back to internet sales. And I'm gonna call this FI, right? And then I'm gonna say on. I'm gonna say DC dot. So I'm connecting on customer key FI on customer key. So this is my customer key. And that's it. So if I check the columns I want to return here, I can check their occupation. I want to check the occupation of people that are actually patronizing. So I'm gonna say DC dot, and I'm gonna pick English occupation. Right. And the fact internet sales, let me see the columns I can return here. Let's see the amounts that we are getting from them, the sales amount. So just those two. And also I want to join the last table, join the last one, which is the territory. So here I'm going to pick the United Kingdom. I'm going to say DS. All right. I'm going to say on. I'm going to say DS. Dot. The sales territory key equal to FI dot sales territory key. So if I want to return anything here, so in this particular case now, what I want to return is the region. So I'm gonna say DS dot the country name, DS territory country. So I need to perform a group by so that it returns the aggregates. So I'm gonna group by the occupation, and then this I'm going to return the sum or average that we have generated, AVG. Oops. So the average that we have generated here, and then these ones will just be a group by. So I'm just going to say group by. I'm going to group by this here. So it's going to group by the occupation, group by the occupation, and then group by the territory. Otherwise, I'm going to get an error back. Let's group by this too. So everything looks good now. So if I run this, so now we can say, I'm going to say this average as, let's say, average. If I can get that correctly. Okay. So now this is the average as people from all the regions are earning. The clerical, this is the average of different occupation and how much they have spent on our websites. So this is clerical, this is management, this is manual, this is professional, this is skilled manual. And then we have different region. You can see that this is now arranged by region: Australia, Canada, Germany, United Kingdom, and then the United States. So if I wanted to only return for United States, I can say where this column, sales territory country, is going to copy this, where this is equal to United Kingdom. So okay, seems there's an error somewhere here.
Supposed to be a command. Okay.
Okay, let me do it
There's
this way.
something before that yeah. There's an error.
No, there's nothing there. So now this is our result for this first part. So what I want to do is to insert this value into another table. So I can say maybe insert into, and then select this part, insert into this, sorry, insert into, I need to create a table name first, but I don't have a table name yet. So I would probably have to create a table that will have this English occupation, average, and then territory country. Then I want to insert these records inside. So to do that, I'm just going to say select and sorry, create
Wait.
table. And then the name of the table, I'm just going to call it table
Sales.
table region or
Sales.
region. It doesn't matter anyway. You could create it, you could name it anyhow you want to. Just gonna call it occupation, English occupation. I'm just gonna name it the same way. Okay. English
English
occupation, then bring that
occupation.
badge up. And I'll keep that at 25.
It's more than just do 13.
Sorry.
Just do 13. Don't you do 25? Are you sure it's no more than 25?
Don't know about that. Okay, I'm just gonna just put it as 30 as you said. Average, I want that to be an integer. I don't want it to be a null value. Or I can use decimal because this value here is not it's not really an integer, is it? And then the last one is sales territory. And I want that to also be a bar chart. I'm just gonna do 30 or so. And what now? Now, there are two ways to this. It's either I use, there are two ways to this. It's either I use a CTE. That means I create a temporary table out of this, or I just copy it directly. Now, if I use a CTE, or if I create a common table expression, that's the short of CTE, then this would allow me to create a table from this, and then I can integrate or copy into the other one. But if I just create this manually, that means I'll have to like make sure that all my checks are, of course, done. So if I say select into and I name this table, and then I put this here, right? I'm just gonna put this. So if I run this now, you have 30 rows affected. Now, if I come back now and run this first table now, select everything from table region or whatever that is. If I run this now, you can see now that I have the results of everything that was in that joint. Now I can decide to filter by whatever I want to, maybe this time around. I want to filter by the sales territory country to be the United Kingdom. So if I say United Kingdom here, and I run this. So now this is going to give me the result of the United Kingdom alone, right? And I can also check for other places too. I can also check for the United States, and I can also check for Canada, Germany, and other countries that were listed in there. So what have I done? Let me give us a recap of what I've done. What I've done is that I created a join of 3 tables here, and I have inserted the result here. So let's say that you are working with a group of other people, but you want to share them the results that you've gotten from connecting two or more tables together, or the result of some analysis that you've performed. You can actually do that by, creating your joins and then inserting it into a new table. So that way you have less code to actually worry about. Okay. So that's that about inserting the records of one table into another. Optionally, it doesn't have to be like performing just like this. You can do just a simple selection of columns in a particular table. Let's say the way we have selected this right here, you just want to insert it into another table from different tables. You can also do that. So it doesn't have to like be that you are performing some group by or anything. You can also, select values from some table, just ensure that you check the syntax. If you don't have a syntax error, then your code should pretty much work. Now, another thing that we're going to be looking at is the case statement or case when statement, however you want to put that. So a case when statement allows you to check for a condition, assign values if that particular condition is met. For example, now I could create a new column for each of these entries I have here. And then I put in a value and say if this meets a particular condition, then I want this to happen, right? And if this needs a particular thing, I want this to happen. So I'm just going to be using the results I got from this joint here, which is this table region. I'll be using it to explain a case when statement. I just want to work with very small data so that it makes sense. So to make that happen, I'm going to be using the case when. Now, to use a case when, the first thing, you still have to select the regions that you want to return back. So in this case, I'll still return every other thing every other column that is in my data. So I'm just gonna say select everything, right? From, and then after I've selected the columns that I want to return, then I can now start my condition. But I'm just gonna say select from, and then the table name here first, right? And then before the from, I need to put in my case when statement. So your case when statement is also going to take a particular column. So I'm going to say comma. I'm going to say case when. Now this is giving me, showing me that I'm going to have an error. So I'm just going to write this in full English occupation average. Also territory. Just going to copy this and paste it here. And it's going to copy this, paste it all here. So just going to put a comma, so everything should look good now. Yep. So I'm going to say case when. So here I can check, I can perform my operation or something. I can say if my average is maybe less than 200, then I want something to happen. I want you to say below or low. I'm just going to say low there. And then when my average is, I'm just going to say if my average is between something, okay, I could say if my average between 201 and let's say 700, then I want medium. And the last one, I can say if my average is greater than 700, then I want to say high. So this allows me to measure, use this same result on either of the country. It could be Australia, it could be Canada, it could be any of those. Then I want to assign a column name to this, and I'm going to say end as, I can say sales, I can say sales category or sales cart. Now, that being said, I'm just going to run this now. And you now see now that these values are now being assigned based on the condition I have here. So 556 is medium because my average says from 200 to 700. And then you can see for low, I have 165, which is what, less than 200. So I'm just gonna say equal to here. So it makes sense now. It makes sense now. So now each of the values I have in this table now have something, have a category assigned to them, either low, medium, or high. So yes, that's it. Do you have any question that you'd like to ask me regarding this?